That's right, y'all. We are back. It is Sports Talk Uncut with Ike and Brandon. I don't know what the hell happened to B Striller.
B Striller has left the building.
Striller left the building. And we're going to get right into it. We know we've been on hiatus for a few weeks, but we back.
For sure. What up, though, fellas? How y'all been, man? How was your holiday season?
I can't complain.
I'm going to need you to get in that mic, though, Ike, so
I can't complain.
So I can hear you, man.
I'm gonna give him a little volume, you know. He get to screaming and hollering.
Yeah, you turn my mic down. Turn me up. I'm back.
Yeah. We
turn me up. Turn me up. I'm back.
He done turned into a hip hop star now.
Turn up my mic. Turn up my mic.
Turn me up, son. So yeah, the Super Bowl.
Which one of these cameras I got y'all?
We going straight
here.
We going straight.
No.
We going straight to
We're going right into it. Let's get to
right into.
Oh, you want to chop it up real quick? Okay. How was your holiday season?
We going right straight. Hey man,
he said. I heard the producer say, "Let's get into it." That's all.
New Year's thing. You know what I'm saying?
My bad, man.
You know what I'm
saying?
Happy New Year. Happy New Year's to everybody. We just getting back. I mean, we missed a lot. You know what I'm saying? Season's greetings. Happy Hanukkah.
All right, did we even get to talk about the Midwest Video Music Awards and how success the show was?
Man, the hell with about that.
We ain't talking about that.
I don't even want to think about the Midwest Music Video Awards.
Hey, it was some sports that happened there though. That opening show was pretty darn good.
Well, if you want to call that sports, well,
they say dance is sports now. So,
well, yeah. I thought it was great entertainment. I thought that the show was in terms of production and the atmosphere. I thought it was a beautiful thing.
Yes, sir.
Too bad Detroit doesn't appreciate beautiful things in the way that they should, but that's another
topic for another day.
Yeah, that is. And the funny thing is, we had folks when you talk about Midwest that was coming all the way from other states that showed up, performed and everything.
Yeah.
But sometimes I don't know, man.
Well, what I found to be funny about the whole event was that we don't have a lot of pride as Detroiters, because there were some, and not saying that these people didn't deserve the win, and in my opinion, they did deserve the win because they got the votes. But I never would have thought that Best Hip Hop would have been won by someone out of Lansing, Michigan, over someone in a major market.
Yeah,
just shows you that the grind is
real.
Is real.
Yeah.
And these guys here don't think that they should have to grind for their careers.
Yeah.
But
you say that
the second annual is in the works. We're planning it. We're trying to put it together. Hopefully we can get the sponsorships up to do it again. I believe that a lot of things play factors into Midwest. I think the weather played a factor.
Yeah, it was bad.
I think that people, if they would have been there to see it, then they would have understood the vision.
Yeah.
So, now some people seen it and experienced it, and maybe they'll understand that this wasn't some underground awards in a
dungeon somewhere.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? One thing I noticed about our city as a from a hip hop and just music and sports and everything standpoint, man, it's especially in music, you don't see the local support here like you do in boroughs in New York. Like the Brooklyn Knights, those folks from Brooklyn support Brooklyn.
Let me shout out.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to, yeah, you're right. But I want to shout out to people who just joined in on the Facebook feed. What's happening, Tay Rose?
What up, though?
One of my former proteges in entertainment.
Welcome to Sportstalk Uncut.
Miss Phyllis Miles is checked in. Bernard Gill. What's happening, brother? So let's get off into some sports, man, and let's keep them waiting.
All right, let's go. We're going to jump right into it since you want to do it. Let's jump into the Super Bowl. That's the biggest thing
that's what's going on. This is Super Week.
This Super Week, Super Bowl Sunday. We got the Philadelphia.
Do y'all really want to talk about the Super Bowl when I had already told y'all at the beginning of the season what the Super Bowl was going to look like?
I mean, only all of us said the Patriots from the AFC was going to be the representative. The question mark was the NFC.
No. Y'all hate the Patriots.
Oh,
He hate the Patriots.
Tom Brady with the hand up. He's cheap.
He hate the
Let's
Patriots.
switch the
I don't hate the Patriots.
Let's go.
I hate the Packers, the Vikings, and the Bears.
I don't really dislike the Patriots. I just say
Well,
they got some questionable things that go on in the organization.
Well, if you're really a football fan, I mean, there's nothing to hate about them.
Oh, hey, they win. I cannot deny them winning.
I just think they cheaters. That's all.
But like somebody told me, if you ain't cheating, you ain't winning.
If you really
If you ain't cheating, you ain't winning. Is that
you ain't
the slogan?
trying?
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah, that's what.
But if you really believe that the Patriots are cheaters, isn't that an issue that somebody needs to take up with the NFL?
Not when the NFL is allowing you to cheat. How you gonna take that up?
So what you saying is it's preordained that they gonna win Super Bowls?
Oh, pretty
come on,
much.
man, stop. I'm not going there with. I'm
Listen,
not
man.
gonna agree with that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna agree with that, man.
Okay, so 30. Okay, let me get my reasoning for that. So do 32 billionaires gamble?
The hell kind of
Yeah, right. Yeah. Where you going with this?
one? Let me show you something. Billionaires really don't gamble, correct?
All right, no matter who in the Super Bowl, them 32 billionaires getting money.
And you can't become a billionaire without gambling.
Without gambling. Okay, so they don't leave stuff to chance, I should say.
But
Ike, listen, man.
Listen.
Ike, listen.
don't you understand they have a shared revenue
Ike,
system?
listen. You have an obligation to tell the people the truth about sports. Do that. You have no evidence of these people cheating. You have no foundation.
He about to say.
Yeah, that's.
I already know you're gonna say. You're gonna say Deflate Gate.
That's urban legend.
What's the videotape one?
No, those things are what you call urban
legend.
Yes.
Okay, we'll leave it at that because you a big Patriot fan.
Well, not only am I a big
And
Patriots
you're a sports fanatic. So I'm not gonna disturb the peace.
No,
because
it's
after
just-
the Super Bowl, when we come back next week.
Well, we might as well say that Floyd Mayweather's been cheating in his fights. We might as well say all of the goats. We might as well say all the goats cheating.
You can't really cheat in boxing.
Michael Jordan was cheating when he was a bull.
You can't really cheat. You can't cheat. You can't cheat in boxing.
You can't?
You can't cheat in boxing.
You can cheat in boxing. And in fact, they say boxing is the most corrupt sport.
Well, that's because guys take a dive, but Floyd never took a dive.
Well, I don't know.
He ain't never lost.
We can make it that he took a dive, like you making it.
If he had a loss, now if he had a loss, we could say he took a dive. But since he don't have no losses, we can't say he took a dive.
All right, Brandon, let me talk to a real sports announcer because he done became such a big star on Sportstalk Uncut that we can't get no sports news out of him no way.
So I'll give him this. So it is on record about the whole Deflategate thing. They said they tampered. Okay, whatever. All teams did it. They just never called it tampering with the balls before. They say they got them on the whole.
Was both teams throwing with the uninflated ball?
No, each team throws their own ball.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But here's the thing about, and we can talk about it. If you want to dig into that, we can. I'll give you my theory on that whole thing because it was stupid anyway.
Nobody really cares.
Oh, okay, good. Just making sure about my theory.
No. Nobody really cares about
the Deflategate.
The Deflate.
That's true. Old news. New news. True. Then the Super Bowl.
So then you want to talk about the taping of the practices. You bring it up all the time, Mike. The taping of the practice. Every team from the beginning of the NFL was videotaping signals and stuff in practices. They were, all of them. Jimmy Johnson came out and said it, that for his Super Bowls that he won with the Dallas Cowboys, they were always videotaping practice. There was no rule against it.
Of course he's going to say it because the NFL told him to say it.
No, come on, stop.
Stop it, man. He becomes such a conspiracy theorist, man. He just choose to say it now. He choose to say it.
He ain't the coach no more. He ain't got nothing to lose.
He could have been said it.
He got nothing to lose now.
But he could have been said it.
When you still coaching, if you did something wrong, you gonna tell them you did something wrong. Wow, coaching.
Wait a minute, he ain't coaching how many years?
So he said it when that situation came up.
Okay. I got it.
When that situation arose, he was like,
Jimmy,
yeah, we was doing it.
Jimmy, can you please tell us? Please tell the people that you did it too.
So you tell me this then. So those 4 Super Bowls that the Steelers won in the 70s, they had their team is on record as having the most steroid users in the history of the NFL. So you telling me they was cheating? They wasn't testing for steroids back then. So they was cheating?
So everybody was on steroids back then. Everybody. Everybody.
So everybody was videotaping practices.
Everybody.
I mean, I'm not a Patriot apologist.
Everybody was steroids then.
I'm just telling you,
taking them roids.
It's funny people say that about the Patriots, but you do know there was a 10-year lapse where they did not win a Super Bowl, right? there was a 10-year lapse recently that they didn't win a Super Bowl. 05 up to 2014. They finally got it in 2014. Between there, they didn't win no Super Bowls. From the 05 Super Bowl, the next one they won was 2014. So for people to say that they cheating and dominating the league to cheat, you can't say that because it would take a team a decade to win another Super Bowl if they're cheating. If they were cheating, they would have kept winning them.
But if cheating is such a prevalent way to win, why in the hell the Lions ain't started to cheat?
Why ain't the Cleveland Browns? The Lions
don't cheat. Fords don't cheat.
The Fords don't cheat.
The Fords don't cheat. They build cars.
No, what you really want to say is the Fords don't win.
They don't. Firestone Martha, baby.
So listen,
who you? I ain't got to ask you who you got winning. You got the Patriots winning.
I got the Patriots winning by a blowout
for the first time.
Nah, they ain't gonna blow them out. They gonna win.
No, they biggest Super Bowl win like 4 points.
He asked me what did I think. I think that the Patriots have already beaten them and they haven't taken the field.
Ooh, I like it.
Did you see Philly's quarterback on the news this morning?
No, I ain't seen it.
No, I didn't see Napoleon Dynamite.
That clown talking about his daughter and everything else but the Super Bowl.
That's what he's supposed to do.
Okay.
Make you think he ain't ready.
Okay.
He's ready.
So you saying the moment too big for him?
I believe that not only is the moment too big for him, he has a lot of respect for Tom Brady. And I understand having respect for your peers, but when you're about to play for all of the marbles, it's supposed, even if you have respect for him, when you get on TV, you're supposed to say, I don't give a damn about Tom Brady.
And what he's I got you.
He's supposed to say he's been dethroned before. I'm going to do the Eli Manning to him.
Well, ain't no sense in talking about when he was dethroned before. Ain't no sense in talking about that. Because you got to try to dethrone him.
Well, you just said when he get the cameras in front of him, he got to talk the talk.
Yeah, but he don't have to say that.
Why not? Oh, now he got to say certain stuff?
No, all he needs to say is, I'm going to bust his ass.
Nah, you got to make it more dramatic than that, baby. Super Bowl. He got to say he's going to dethrone the GOAT. He should have said that. That's what he should have said.
Oh, but you do admit that he is the GOAT.
Yeah, he's the GOAT. I'm not going to take that from him. I'll say Michael Jordan the GOAT. I'll take that.
Michael Jordan must be a cheater too then.
Hey. Yeah, the hook, all the stuff that they
all the stuff that they didn't get away with. Shit, of course.
You
can't call him a cheater if they just letting him do it. LeBron takes 7 steps every time he goes to the basket. That ain't cheating. He let him do it.
Well, he did it last night and it didn't help him.
Still got smacked, huh?
Smacked.
Yeah, he don't think they in trouble. We'll get to that later, though. I don't think they in trouble. That's gonna be a fun conversation to get to. So talking about the Super Bowl, you still ain't said what you think gonna happen. These are 2 of the top 5 defenses in the league about to play against each other. Is it gonna be a low scoring game?
Most Super Bowls not, but I think it's gonna be a tight game. I think the Patriots will win. I think they will win by 10 points.
Give me a score.
Like you thought
that's a big win.
You thought the last game that the Patriots played in, you thought they had lost that game, didn't you? Be honest.
Yes, I did.
You did.
I text you and told you.
And what did I text you back?
What did you? I didn't even look at it.
Don't tell me he texted you in the second quarter with 10 minutes left when they was down.
Yeah,
that's way too early.
I said,
way too early.
Do you see that it's the second quarter?
I said, oh boy.
Even the Lions ain't done in the second quarter.
No, because they done before the game started.
9 comebacks in one season, bro. Look it up. Matthew Stafford in the record book.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be 10 points.
So what you looking for? 21? I mean, 31 to 21?
I'm looking for the Eagles to freeze.
Something like that.
I'm looking for them to get out there.
31-21.
So you thinking 40 burger? Y'all dropping a 40 burger on the Eagles?
That's what I'm.
They ain't dropping no 40 burger.
I'm looking for 40.
They ain't dropping no 40 burger.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
They drop a 21 burger, maybe a 31 burger. They ain't dropping no 40 burger.
The GOAT gonna go out with a bang, baby. The GOAT gonna go out with a bang.
Then he gonna retire after this year?
If he doesn't retire, the Patriots won't be my team next year.
He already said he's not. And they got rid of his backup plan. They don't have a quarterback behind him, so he definitely coming back.
Well, I won't be rooting for him next season because he is pushing it.
Yeah, he said he's playing. He wants to play at least until 45, and he really trying to do that.
Well, he's a damn fool.
He said he in the best shape of his career, playing the best football of his career. That's what I'm just telling you his words
man,
in his
I don't
interview.
give a damn what he said. The man will be 45 years old, and he gonna mess around, get hit in his head, and be around his stupid ass head.
What you say? Be retarded.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with that fine wife though?
Oh, he ain't got to worry about her because Sport Coat gonna have her in the next room, and he ain't even gonna know it.
Well, I got the Patriots. They normally play tight games in the Super Bowl, but for some reason, I'm kind of feeling the same lines G feeling. I've been feeling this all week. I think it's gonna be a 35-17 type of deal.
Mr. B. Striller is tuning in on Facebook.
Oh, you could tune in on Facebook.
Yeah, we if they go to my personal page, they can get it. So you guys maybe can go over and share it. And yeah, but he got nerve to be tuned in, talking about he had to work. How you tuned in and you had to work?
What kind of job you got?
What kind of job you got?
What you do in your spare time, B?
Oh Lord, that's like the dude that go on that say he on sick leave but got pictures at Disney World.
Yeah. So where we going now? You guys want to go to your beloved Pistons and what they did to Queen James last night?
Oh yeah, we can go right there. Jump into the NBA.
Okay.
But before we jump into what they did, what do you think about the All-Star pick lineup for the All-Star game? You know, Steph Curry and LeBron were captain and they picked. This is the first time they did that.
Yeah, I thought that it was ridiculous.
Wasn't that ridiculous?
I thought that it was ridiculous.
Ain't that terrible?
Which shows you that athletes are still athletes, and most of them are jocks, and they have no sense of business at all. They can't even pick up game team.
Because I was looked at Steph's team, I said he wanted all the guards, huh?
pretty much.
Yeah, I mean,
he said I want every guard that can play on my team.
I don't know if the league thought that it would be more exciting, or do they feel that the fans really don't know who they want to see? Because
then the fans vote for who they want to see.
Well, here's the fans thing. Put the bucket. They put the pot together, basically, if you want to call it.
Yeah, but here's the thing: the fans are who supports the league, and whether the fans understand what they're doing or not really shouldn't even come into play. What should come into play? We buy the tickets. We watch the league on television. This is who we want to see. That's the only thing that really should matter.
That's it.
Having these guys come in and be captains shows you that platform is
terrible.
I mean, because you got guys, man, that absolutely should have been all-stars. It wasn't all-stars.
Yeah, Chris Paul was a snub.
Yeah,
Paul George didn't make it.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
But I don't think that's what I'm saying. The fans voted the ones who made it in. Steph and LeBron had to pick from a pool of players that got voted into the All-Star. So the ones with the most votes. So the fans, they still would have got snubbed, whether it was the old version or the new version.
But see, you understand that. But there's a big portion of fans who didn't understand that, who probably didn't even vote.
Gotcha.
Because they thought that it was going to this new format.
That they were just going to pick whoever they wanted to pick.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, I mean, they're if you guys remember a couple of years ago, they're copying. Adam Silver is copying what Roger Goodell did in the NFL. Remember a few years ago where they brought Deion Sanders and Jerry Rice in to do a similar thing. They both were the captains of the teams. They were co-coaches on the teams. And what they did was, out of all the votes, they had a list of players that will fill out both rosters. I mean, that could fill out the rosters. And instead of picking AFC versus NFC, they picked players from both sides of both conferences for each team, and they did it the same style. Captains pick who's first, who's next, whatever.
Yeah, but the NFL has stadiums that can hold 80,000 people.
But the NFL even saw that wasn't a good idea, and they went back to their old way of doing it.
You're looking for your player, you don't know where he at.
So
where he at? Oh, he got to wear the helmet. And then they wearing the helmets. You don't know nobody because they got the helmet on. Yeah, that was terrible.
But y'all know this the NFL. I mean, NBA's way of trying to get more interpersonal with the fan base.
Hey, you want to
that's what they want. They want to give you the illusion of doing that.
Let them tweet. All you gotta do is let them use their phones. They impersonal right there. Let them tweet. Let them bring this is all they gotta do. In NBA, I'm gonna give you a solution to your little problem. Let the players bring their phones to the NBA game.
to the All-Star
to
game.
the All-Star game. Let them have their phones on the side.
Go Facebook Live during the game.
Facebook Live during the game. Let them tweet during the game. Let them use their phones while they sitting on the bench during the game. And now you have interaction with the fans.
You know, what you think about this? Since we going all out there like that, what about putting a little camera on them? That kind of like the camera the police use to show what they're doing when they moving and running and all that. Put that on the player. Let you see how he shake a dude up and kind of, you know, they can flash to that kind of camera too. That'll be fun.
Them angles.
They got
that'd be kind of fun.
They got 2K for that.
Yeah, they got 2K for that. Play the video game for that.
That'd be kind of
fun.
But
if they want to interact with the fans, it's Twitter, it's cell phones. Let them get on their Twitter feed. That's all they got to do. And they're interacting right there.
So since y'all brought up the Pistons and LeBron James and the Pistons beating them and them, you know, LeBron and them been struggling. I think they're not making it to. They might even make it to the finals.
What's happening, Eric Dunbar?
The way they've been tuning
in, man.
Listen,
I know that shows. I know LeBron is your guy.
They're gonna make it to the finals.
I don't think they can beat Boston.
Listen.
Let me make an announcement, man. While y'all arguing.
Okay, you make that announcement.
If you want to tune in, you can get us on YouTube.
To win and beat Boston in 5.
You can get us on Facebook. You can go to our website, ventradio.net, or you can
when
call
you go to the finals 3 times.
What is this dude talking about, man? This dude is just. You just when we say something about LeBron and you go crazy, don't you?
No, I don't.
Saying they're going to the finals.
They're going to the finals.
I just don't see it. This team doesn't look like they don't have the talent collection to do it.
Okay. Oh, remember I said it here first.
I just don't see it.
Okay, remember I said it that they're gonna be in the finals.
Toronto look better than them right now.
Remember I said it.
Boston look better than them right now.
Remember I said it. They're gonna be in the finals.
Who else out there looking better? It's a couple other Eastern teams
everybody
looking better than them.
Everybody
right
can
now,
look better. All we gotta do is say 3rd place.
LeBron putting up triple doubles and losing.
Doesn't matter.
Why don't it matter?
He put up triple doubles before and they lost. That's not.
It's never been this bad.
So what you're saying is that LeBron is still just throwing off until crunch time.
Thank you, G.
Playing 40 minutes a night, putting up triple doubles. He's just throwing off.
Thank you, G. Hey, he all about his
career
and putting them numbers up. Because he's the youngest player to get to 30,000 fast. So he's going to put his numbers up.
But LeBron is playing hard, man.
And it's
not like they're resting him. It's not like he's coasting on the floor. He's playing hard.
And they got a true defensive liability at the point guard position. He getting done up pretty much every night. Isaiah Thomas can't check nobody.
Well, he's still not in game shape.
He's not in game shape.
But even when he is, he's too little. If you got the right game plan, you go at him, y'all win.
Yeah, but you got to understand something about that team. Anybody that plays basketball with LeBron James and has to run the point is going to be pretty much a no-show anyway. Any points they get from the point guard position on that Cleveland Cavaliers team is just par for the course. He is very hard to play with from a point guard's standard.
Because he pretty much playing the point guard's role in the offense.
And that's why the boy Kyrie Irving got out of there, man. Yeah. He knew that he wouldn't become everything that he could be playing alongside that guy. And Isaiah Thomas is going to have the same problem.
See, the difference in Kyrie and Isaiah Thomas, though, is size. When we talk about how small Thomas is, teams post him up. Teams pick on them on the defensive side of the ball. I'm saying he's their liability on the defensive side. He can't play the level of team defense that the Cleveland Cavaliers have been known in recent history to play because his defensive lack in his skill defensively.
Well, no, I understand what you're saying, but here's the thing: if he was in game shape, he would tire out the other point guard that's checking him so fast. See, he tires people out, man. When he's at game speed, it's hard to check him. That's why he can create his shot so well.
True, but that's like kind of going back to your previous point, though. If he's not handling the ball, that makes that null and void.
That's true. That's a very good point. True. Very good point.
I agree with that.
So that's that. Here's what. Okay, I'll say this to you, Ike. If they don't change the way they're playing right now, and find out how to utilize everybody's strengths within what they want to do with LeBron James, they're not going to do anything as far as getting to the finals and winning a championship.
Well, listen, how do you guys feel about it? We got a lot of viewers on YouTube and we got people tuned in through Facebook tonight. Our number is 248-429.
7224.
Give us a call and speak to Ike and Brandon and tell them what do you feel about the Cleveland Cavaliers? Because last night it seemed to me that they were trying to win and they just couldn't.
And they got beat by a Pistons team that's really been playing terrible as of late.
Not only they playing terrible, they going through terrible things.
And you see the trade they just pulled off?
Well, that's one of the terrible things.
I know they mortgaged the farm.
Let's talk about that.
They mortgaged the farm
Let's
to get
talk about that.
Blake Griffin.
Let's talk about that.
Now, if you can get somebody else to come along with him to, I hear the rumors about Kemba Walker from the Hornets. If they can find a way to make that happen, this trade don't look so bad. But you gave up 2 picks and you gave up 3 dudes, 2 of them which are, pretty good players, but neither of them are what we would consider a star in today's league. So, and you got back what in today's league is considered a superstar in Blake Griffin.
Superstar.
Hey, you put up 22 and 10 every night. You putting up superstar numbers. You 22 and 10 every night. Now but here's the kicker. The way he's changed his game, he has developed a jump shot, but he's shooting the worst field goal percentage he shot in his whole career because he's taking so many more shots since Chris Paul ain't there getting them open dunks and layups like he used to get him. So we're gonna see how the Pistons try to use and what they put around them. But if they don't make another move, if they don't make any more moves to bring somebody else here with them, with what we got left,
Wait a minute.
With what?
You know what the salary is, right?
I do.
So who they gonna bring?
They pay the luxury tax. Who cares?
What?
The Lakers do it all the time.
Listen, that ain't
The Lakers.
The Pistons have done it.
No.
They have under William Davidson.
No,
Pistons did it.
no.
You know,
I know he
been
gone
dead for 40 years.
I know. Not on 40.
Listen.
Stop.
Listen, the Pistons. Listen, when they signed Blake Griffin,
Traded for.
they gave up too much for him. Now, for what you gave up for him, you shouldn't. It's Van Gundy trying to sell tickets, talking about superstar.
True.
Talking about he a star in the league and he an all-star. Dude ain't played a full season in 3 years.
Van Gundy trying to save his coaching job.
He hasn't played a full season in 3 years. So here's the thing. He could be putting up 30 and 10 and 10. He ain't going to do that for the whole season. So now it's a gamble. So he gambled on the guy. Yeah. He gambled on the guy who used to have talent. That's a role player.
I wouldn't say he used to have talent. He still is a baller. Like you can't call this man a role player at this point. He only 29 years old.
Y'all hear that?
He ain't played a
y'all
full
hear
season.
That? That's Blake taking a bath.
Listen, he ain't played a full season in 3 years. So if you ain't played a full season in 3 years, you're a superstar.
Joel Embiid ain't played a full season ever, and they calling him one.
Oh man,
yeah, but I mean, come on, man. I'm just, so we throwing this term around.
That's why I use it in today. I said in today's.
He's not a superstar. He's an average player who's putting up decent numbers.
I don't know about
in a watered down league that don't play defense.
Of course, the league's watered down. You say that about every superstar.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's forget about the league being watered down. The dude has been averaging 20 and 10 his whole career. He ain't won nothing. He had
true. That's why I gave you the caveat. They
had a great cast around him.
Great.
In LA.
In LA.
Got hurt.
Kept getting hurt. I mean, when you got young guys like the Pistons dealt away, plus a first and a second round.
First and the second round.
First next year, second rounder. I think this year.
What are you looking to get from this guy?
Stan Van Gundy.
No,
he ain't trying to get nothing. I wouldn't have did that.
No,
let's say you did it.
Let's say you did it. Let's say it happened and it wasn't on you for it to happen.
What you gonna get out of it?
What are you going to get out of this guy to turn your team into a winner?
That's not. I get that question, but I really don't think that's where Van Gundy is going. He ain't trying to turn the team into a winner.
Wait a minute, man. When you go out and get a quote unquote,
you said he a star.
He's trying to put butts in the seats.
You say he a superstar.
He can't. The way this team is set up and the way Blake Griffin plays.
Blake Griffin didn't put butt in seats in the #1 market in the NBA.
I mean, but the Clippers never put butts in seats. The Lakers did that. That's why they've always been the butt of a joke from LA.
When they had Chris Paul, they were doing numbers in that building. They were
but
doing
then
numbers.
they also came with winning though. They was winning 60 games a season. That came with winning, which I get that. But at this point, I think Stan Van Gundy is desperate because he know he on the hot seat.
He ain't on the hot seat. He's the coach and the GM.
I think he on the hot seat for both, man. Look at his draft picks. Have y'all seen his dude's drafts?
You must don't understand Stan Van Gundy's contract.
He ain't on the hot seat.
He ain't on the hot seat.
Nowhere near.
The Pistons might be on the hot seat.
He nowhere near.
He locked in, baby.
Nowhere near the hot seat.
Blake thought he was locked in and he got traded. He just signed a 5-year, 171, and he's in Detroit now.
Blake is a player.
I'm just using the principle. That's all.
The GM and the coach. People don't go in and get to become the GM and the coach with a regular deal.
They can still fire that man.
Yeah, they can fire him,
That's
but
all
they
I'm
owe
saying.
him a lot of money.
That's all I'm saying.
Yo, you on with Sportstalk Uncut? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on, yeah?
What up, though?
What up, though?
This AC from Memphis.
AC from Memphis.
Hey, where you been, man? Your team has made the playoffs. You ain't called us. What's up, Memphis?
Oh, what's going on? How y'all been, man?
We been good, man. Good to be back.
So you hear us talking?
Man. I said, damn, y'all have been gone for so long. I almost had to find another sports show, man.
My bad, man. You know, things happen.
I
understand, man.
I think he's semi-pimping or something.
Hey, we had some administration problems, you know what I mean?
I had to renegotiate my deal
with every good business.
I had a holdout.
And then B. Striller got drafted by the Marines.
Oh, damn, really? Oh, man.
Oh,
y'all gonna do B. Striller like that?
Yeah,
so, of course.
They needed an old staff sergeant.
Old staff infection sergeant. No, I'm just messing with you, B. Striller. But you know, you hear us talking NBA, right? And we talk about this Pistons, what they call in the blockbuster trade of the year so far, getting Blake Griffin and giving up the whole house to get him. What's your take on that? And where do you think, from a fan standpoint? Not saying you're a fan of a Pistons, but a basketball fan standpoint, I want to know what your thoughts are on that deal and what you think Van Gundy's trying to do.
Well, I don't think that it was a good trade in the way of giving up all the people, but to bring Blake with Drummond, I think it was a good move. I see what he's trying to do, but at the same time, like y'all said, you can't give up two key guys, and then you can't really just say the third guy was a key player because he was, just from a bench role or whatever his role was, because some guys is brought to play defense, some guys is brought to rebound.
You're talking about Boban, right? Boban Marjanovic?
Yeah.
Okay.
The 7'3" guy, right?
Like Roberson in OKC. It's going to hurt him. He don't score a lot, but he's a great defender, a great rebounder. He hustles. So it's like, I don't understand what he's doing from their perspective. You get rid of all of these guys. I just don't understand that. But Blake at the 4 and Drummond's at the 5. I mean, that is a nice little start. Maybe they got something working behind the scenes that they're trying to pull off, or a draft pick or something, or you give 2 away, so you got to have something. You got to have something working. And Van Gundy, I think he's just trying to save his job. I think that's pretty much it. Same thing for Doc Rivers. I think Doc Rivers needs to be gone, man. How does this man still got a job, man?
Bro, the Clippers clearing space to go after LeBron this summer. Watch what I tell you.
LeBron ain't going nowhere. He done set his legacy. He's staying at home.
LeBron going to LA, bro.
$280 million contract and retire.
LA, bro.
It's LA. You just saying the wrong LA team.
The Clippers clearing that cap so they can make a run at him. I ain't saying he's going to go there, but that's what they're trying to do.
LeBron would not play for the Clippers. If he goes to LA, he's going to play for the Lakers.
If he's going to LA.
If he's going to LA, he's not going to go to LA and play for the second team.
That's all I'm saying. That don't mean they ain't going to try.
He's not going to play for the Clippers.
Everybody
I don't think they have a chance. I don't think nobody have a chance. I really don't think he's going nowhere, man, because you got to think about this. The next place he goes is going to be that 4 to 5 year contract that's pretty much going to end his career.
So
where would this guy want to be
bought a new house.
the next 5 years of his life?
He just bought a new house in LA, bro.
But I'm saying I'm looking at it from the I'm looking at it from a numbers.
Millionaire almost, so with the investment. So He can buy a house anywhere. He got a
Well,
house in Los Angeles. He got one in Miami.
He already had a house in LA. Now he got
his
wife.
wife.
That's that wife saying, "Dig this here, bro. I'm tired of Toledo.
Toledo.
I'm sick of the only place I get to go is Walmart."
How they tired of Toledo?
That's why she tired.
And see the point?
She said, listen, I'm sick of having to drive all the way to Detroit just to get some weed.
You gonna do like Zach Randolph did, just bring a whole 20 pounds to the party?
Absolutely.
He did that. That's hilarious.
That's hilarious. No, but I'm saying if you look at from a number standpoint, they just cleared all that cap space and took on 2 expiring contracts to clear more space this summer. They gonna try to make him an offer he can't refuse, which he can't.
But guess what? They gonna pick up somebody that y'all don't even think about.
Exactly.
It ain't LeBron.
Well, it's not LeBron because LeBron is in the twilight of his career now, man.
He's going to no team that's going to rebuild.
He's not going to no team that's rebuilding.
If you bring 2 of his superstar friends with him like he always do, it don't matter what.
How you gonna pay him?
Same way he paid him in
almost $300 million.
Same way he paid him in Miami.
No, but you have to understand.
They just cleared.
They weren't making no $300 million.
They just cleared like $300 million, 171 with Blake, and then these other 2 expiring contracts that's around 60 and 70 million each.
They were 25, and 32 in Miami. You talking about paying guys $40 million a year?
Well, let's go to the common sense approach. You, LeBron James, all right? You got 3 championships. You're going to LA. The number 1 franchise in LA is the Lakers.
True.
The legacies are with the Lakers. Would you go play for the Clippers?
If I could take 2 of my superstar friends with me, why not?
I didn't put that in the scenario.
But that's LeBron. That's always in the scenario. It's LeBron. It's always in the scenario. Name where he went that he didn't bring 2 superstar friends with him.
Friends he brought with him.
He ain't bring but 1 to Miami. That was it.
Oh, so Cleveland didn't get 3 first-round picks when he left in a row, so they could get Kyrie. Hold on, wait a minute. And he didn't pigeonhole Cleveland to make them trade for Kevin Love. Yes, he did.
But his friends, though, he wasn't friends.
His superstar buddies.
That ain't nothing but a bone.
And then he, just like he went to Miami, he said, "Hey, Dwayne's
already there.
You stay, don't go nowhere. I'm coming to be there. I'm coming. I'm gonna bring Chris Bosh with me, and we gonna super team. We gonna link up together." That's what he did.
See, but look, he took Chris Bosh over there and killed him.
He said,
I'm gonna tell y'all,
he used him up. Yeah,
y'all need to be worrying about less of LeBron. Y'all need to be worrying about one guy, because I'll tell you, he's the face of the NBA after Bron is gone.
Oh, okay.
And that's who y'all need to be focusing on. Y'all know who that is?
No, tell me.
The Greek Freak.
Giannis,
he's the new NBA.
He's going to have to get out of Milwaukee.
Yeah, he might, but
he got to get out of Milwaukee.
He got to get out of Milwaukee. He need to go over to the Knicks. I'm telling you what he need to do. If he do what he do in Milwaukee at the Knicks, he is superstar. He is the man. That's the next best market.
What if he go to LA?
No. See, you're not listening to me. If he want to be the next face, he need to go to New York.
No, he is the next face.
No, he need to go to New York. Don't go out to the Clippers, the LA. If he ain't going to the Lakers, don't go to the Clippers. He ain't going to be the face.
What if he go? What if he go to the Lakers?
If the Lakers get it, he fine. But if the Clippers get it, he not. It's almost like he's still in Milwaukee.
And then, they say they trying to bring Fizdale to take Walton's spot, too. They thinking about bringing Fizdale in and kicking Walton out. Walton out as the coach.
You can't kick Walton out.
What you mean? They can fire him.
You know who Walton's daddy is?
They ain't gonna fire Walton. He gonna get.
Guess what? His daddy got him a position. He'll always have a job.
If he ain't the coach, he gonna be in the front office.
He gonna keep his position, man. He's a Laker.
What y'all think about Jason Kidd getting fired?
I think he never should have
been hired. Right? How you get a job fresh off the court? A head coach, fresh off the court. Hey, let me put my sneaks up. Bring my suit.
I'm coaching. There's only one person more overrated than Jason Kidd to me, and that's Eric Snow.
It's Doc Rivers.
Hey, what's
Eric Snow? What he coaches on?
No.
Oh, as a player?
Yes.
Why you like Snow?
Because he was a bum. And Jason Kidd was a bum too.
Oh, why you like?
Hey, hold on.
I like Snow.
Listen, what did you like? He was a nice guy.
That was deep rooted hatred. That's what that was.
What was
Yeah, he was a nice guy.
Yeah, he was a nice guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a nice guy.
That's all he was nice.
Gee, he was
What
a
did
good
he say?
defender.
Mike Brown?
Eric Snow. And he played good
He
defense.
was a good defender.
Listen, man.
He didn't play good defense.
Yeah, man, he was a good
Listen
defender,
here, man. When my son was 12 years old, he gave it to him. Y'all can go with that, Eric. He was trying to show my son some point guard stuff. I say, listen here, Mr. Snow.
Oh, he can't show him the offense.
Go over there and sit down next to them parents over there and leave my kid alone.
He can't show nobody no offense.
You terrible.
He
He was
can't.
trying to show him some stuff, and he know what he was doing. G.
Listen here, man.
He know what he was doing.
But if they was gonna hire Jason Kidd, they could have hired Eric Snow.
They could hire me.
I mean, you
They could hire
you-
us three. That's the coaching staff.
I mean,
Shoot.
I guess, man, they blew Jason Kidd up so much, that they had to at least give him an opportunity.
As an assistant.
I mean, he did a well enough job. I think he had
that's why he
some
fired.
injuries in between that caused them not to go as far as they could have. I'm not saying they could have won a championship, but they could at least made it a fight for the Eastern Conference Finals.
Who gives somebody a head coaching job with no coaching experience? None. Zero.
Luke Walton got one.
No,
Luke Walton was assistant coach first.
and he won. It's a whole lot of games. He won a whole lot of. Listen,
They broke a record on his watch.
he won a whole lot of games as a coach.
Did they not break a record on his
He
watch?
won a whole lot of games as a coach.
But man,
That was Mark Jackson.
We understand all that.
We understand that, but
We
you still
believe
got to
that.
cut your teeth as an assistant so you can understand how coaching really works, man. You can't just jump. First of all, them dudes looking at Jason Kidd like he their peer. He was just playing on the court with them 6 months ago.
No, last week.
I mean, but it's a lot of guys that come in like that. They just have a little bit more than
like
Jason Kidd. They really like the guy. I think he.
Wait a minute. What
Nah.
guy? Tell me.
The guy.
Okay, tell
He
me.
had a nice little core of guys. But
Memphis.
Jabari went down. If Jabari would have stayed healthy, they could have really made a run those 2 years he got hurt.
You are absolutely true about that. But tell me what other guy you know
Went from the court to
went
the
from
bench.
the court to the head coaching position. Went from retirement to the head coach position over.
Name one.
Give me one guy. Just give me one guy.
I give you one.
Who?
Bill Russell.
He didn't go from no coaching while he was playing.
His coaching while he was playing. He was the coach.
And his
Put on his suit and
Hold on, listen.
all that it was that year.
and his teammates worked at the Piggly Wiggly. It's a difference. It's totally different. It's a different era. I mean, you got.
He said Bill Russell could be the coach and the teammate. I could be coach as soon as I take off this man.
Not in the 2010s.
Oh,
You can't.
God.
No, stop it.
I'm not saying he didn't deserve opportunity, but I'm saying, I probably wouldn't have done it. But he learned. He's probably learned from it, and he'll probably be a better coach now.
So I'll give you another example. Tim Hardaway. Was Tim Hardaway not a really good point guard in the NBA for his career?
He wasn't a really good. He was a great point guard.
Where's Tim Hardaway?
Assistant coach, ain't
Assistant coach, right?
He was assistant coach, just like Nick Van Exel. I understand. I got you.
Nick, you're right.
Van Exel was one of the greatest to ever play the game.
Okay.
Point guard. Oh, he was one of the best.
He's pretty good. I'll give you pretty good. He's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Nick Van Exel.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
What you?
Van Exel was the
Van
truth.
Exel was getting 15 assists a
I
game.
mean, you thought he thought he led him to a championship. Did he?
Like he
That trick made his
caught somebody
free
on
throw
the
hard about
championship.
standing at the top of the line. He said, "This shit ain't hard enough. Let me stand at the top of the line."
He a hooper, man. He can hoop. I'll give you
Stand
that.
at the
But
circle and shoot
when
free
you
throws.
say great, one of the greatest of all time, and you talking point guard,
Yeah,
I don't know about
Yeah.
that. Nick Van
not
Exel.
one of the
he
greatest of all
top, he
time.
top
He was good.
15.
Okay,
He was good.
we're gonna talk to you next week, bro. We appreciate your call.
He was good. Greatest of all time. Oh God, he on that.
I mean, top 15. He in the top 15
Top
because
25.
top 10. You gonna add at least.
top 25.
I say top 15.
Top 25. If I start, he top 20, top 15.
Point guards.
Point guard.
Yeah.
That's kind of hard, man.
Top
If
15.
you start naming point guards,
What
it's not
era?
as many as you
Wait a minute.
think.
What era we going with? We going with all?
He
the
said all time.
all time. So no,
We going out. I'm gonna show you how it's gonna even out for him because in this generation, these ain't really point guards. You only really got about 4 or 5 true point guards. You got more shooting guards that are able to pass the ball.
But do they play the
That's
position
not a point guard. When you start talking about real deal point guards like Stockton and Magic, and all these are point guards.
You put a lot of
now you see a lot more transitional guys where they shoot first, but they have the ability.
guys.
It's not too many Chris Paul. There's not too many Simmons and all those guys like that. It's not.
Hey,
Not in this day.
Put a lot of specifications on this. One of the greatest of all times. I'm just. he would be one of the greatest of all times if his shoe was tied on a Tuesday, but he had an afro on a Thursday, but he ate chitlins only on Thanksgiving.
Give me, Brandon. Give me 10 point guards on top of your head from any era you want.
Hey, I got other show topics to get to, bro. I'm not about to go through that. I can do that. But we're not about to do that. We up against it. Got a whole bunch of more stuff to get to, but we do appreciate you calling in, my brother.
Oh, I tell you what,
All right, man.
I would give you 10, but it's about 20.
We'll do a show where we bring that in.
We'll do
a
it
show
next week just for you. Call back, and you have your 20, I have your 10, and I'm gonna have my 10.
Let's go with 10, man.
We got your 10.
He's hit 20.
Y'all want to name every damn body ever played the game?
Pretty much.
Pinky
Nick
Johnson,
Van Affleck in the top 15.
Butch Lewis.
Y'all remember Pinky Johnson? He didn't make it to the NBA, but
Earl the man of goat. The goat man of goat.
listen. Wow. Okay.
While we on the topic of basketball,
Mm-hmm.
I have to bring up one of my favorite persons.
He went formal on us.
Slippy Whitingale.
Nah, they okay, but I like this guy better. Mr. Ball himself.
LeVar Ball.
LeVar Ball. I love, man, this guy is genius. This guy, hey, listen, I don't care what you say. I don't care what they saying about him. This dude is genius.
Yeah, marketing.
He done did something that I thought impossible. How you go send your kids to a team in a whole nother country and you end up coaching the team and you win and you learn the language? Oh my goodness.
He coaching the team now?
Oh yeah.
And when you put look,
I didn't know that.
Wait, when you type in LAV,
Who man come up?
LeVar Ball. Wow.
This dude is coaching the team now.
Stop. Now I knew about his initiative to try to start this league.
Listen, hey,
Pay league for those who don't want to go to college.
hey, listen.
Which I still thought was a good idea.
It's a great idea. Ball, Mr. Ball, we owe you credit, man. You did it. Listen, I don't care if they call you crazy. They can say you talk too much. They can say you know what you're doing. Your shoes too expensive. Ball, keep doing what you're doing. Because you done went to Lithuania. I didn't even know Lithuania had a basketball team.
Oh yeah, they one of the top teams in the world.
Listen, man, and you coaching them, keep winning. As long as you keep winning, they ain't gonna say nothing. And your kids putting up 50 apiece, over 50. Man, you a star. Your kids stars. Hey, you did it without no training. And here's the thing: when I talk about this guy, and they always say he run his mouth too much, he got his son to be a professional athlete, and he didn't hire a trainer. He trained him. So next thing you need to do, boy, I'm finna help you out right now on some things you need to do to build your brand a little bit more. Get the video on how to become an NBA star as a teenager. Get it going.
Wow. I like the league thing. I thought that was a great idea. I actually did.
Oh, that's superb.
They stopped the kids from coming straight out of high school. So now if you have a league that's between high school and the NBA and they want to come play over there and make some money over there,
hey,
why not?
Guess what? Might be overseas.
I'm saying, why not though?
Hey, listen, that dude, I don't know what else to say. That dude is a great marketing genius and he's done it. And anybody else, do it. Because, hey, if I had to do it all over, my dang on kids have brands too. I build them a brand. So if you got a kid playing sports, I don't care what sport it is, build them a brand. Don't be subdued to sign with Nike and Adidas and Under Armour. Get your own brand. Venus Williams did it.
And her only problem was she put it in Stephen Barry's, and we saw what happened to them because of the whole Stephon Marbury deal.
Oh, nah.
Nike and all them push Stephen Barry's on out.
Listen.
Wait a minute. I think LeVar calling in. LeVar?
Hey, thanks for tuning into The Fumble. For more awesome sports news and commentary, make sure you click subscribe and join the notification squad for updates on all the latest. I'm your host, Britt Johnson. You can follow me on social media at I am Britt Johnson. After being added to the staff about a week ago, LeVar Ball has already moved up the rankings and is now coaching his first real game. Yes, guys, Sunday LeVar Ball coached the Lithuania team that his two youngest boys play for. If you ever wanted to know what it would sound like if you had LeVar Ball as your coach and he was giving you a pregame speech, well, take a look. We have you guys covered.
Operation Beatdown. Run fast. Have fun, and let's whoop that ass.
So, do you guys think you would have been motivated to go out there and play one heck of a game? Head to the comment section now and let me know. Well, for his son and his team, it worked like magic. LeVar told his team to whoop that ass, and it turns out they did just that. LeVar Ball now has a record of 1-0 in the professional basketball world. Now, if this guy isn't proof that you should just speak things into existence, well, I don't know what is. After the
Hold on.
So listen to this. LaMelo had 40, and LiAngelo had 31.
Oh no!
in the win.
Oh, here's the thing.
The boys went hard.
No, the other team that he was playing against got the 3BB brand on. This dude got his brand. LeBron, listen, I'm gonna have to give you some kudos, dog. You done did it. You done went to the other country and got paid.
One thing he got to quit doing, though, I'll give you this. This is the one thing he got to quit doing.
He got to quit doing that.
Listen to this. If I order the black and white shoes in March, you can't wait till October to send me the green and gold ones. You didn't even send me the ones I ordered. You sent me. You're like, no, them gone. We got this, the new shoe. You take this one.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give you the up.
Hold on. 6 months later, though.
So you think LeVar's shipping the shoes?
No, it was a joke. G. Let it go. Let it go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
What was
he about to say? He messed everything up, don't he? He always gotta be so literal. What's in his
But I'm just wondering if Nike would have shipped the wrong shoe, would his joke been the same?
What are you vaping over there?
That's what I was going to say.
No. Okay.
When you buy from Nike and they say the shoe is out and they tell you the shoe is out, they don't even ship you no damn shoe.
Didn't even tell you it was on back order.
Didn't tell you, don't ship you no shoe, and still tell you,
we gonna hold on.
We gonna hold on to your money. You gotta fight to get your money back. At least he did ship a shoe. You mad? You got a shoe, a custom made one at that. They happy.
Take the green and gold.
But it's amazing to me that the NBA is so bent out of shape with this guy because he's not your average parent that just want to sit there and let you do whatever you want to do with his kids.
And and he dogging your coaches when they do dumb stuff. I mean, so what? But they get mad about it. Their coach quit doing that stuff.
But what if he was just a fan?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm dog coaches all the time.
But you got these other guys. You got Shannon Sharp and all these other announcers
telling him to be quiet,
telling this grown man
what he should be doing.
What he should be doing
with his kids he raised. With his kids he raised.
But Charles Barkley can get on national TV and coon all night. And don't nobody tell him, hey man, you need to stop all that cooning. It's crazy, man. I mean, it's like they look at these franchises now as if they're some kind of political powerhouse or something. And they're not.
Right.
You know, this man trained his kids. He got his kids from where they were to where they are today.
He deserves credit.
And he deserves credit for that.
And I'm giving it all to him.
Yeah.
Hey, boy, I got some kids I need you to coach, man.
I mean, this dude took his kids out of America, took them to another country, and said, to hell with what y'all talking about.
They stars.
My kids play the game at a high level, and if y'all can't see it, we're going to go somewhere else where people can see it. What is wrong with that? That's a father doing what's best for his children.
Yeah.
What is wrong with that?
Hey, and guess what? ESPN follow him. That's what they hate.
Yeah.
ESPN actually got somebody, they follow them.
Yeah, they hate him so much they can't stop talking about him. They don't even understand that they helped him build his brand. So keep hating. Let him keep hating. They ain't doing nothing but letting him. He ain't doing nothing but stepping on them, stepping. Every time somebody falls in front of him, he using them as a step.
But imagine this: if this man wanted to start a camp,
everybody coming.
Everybody's going to his camp.
True. Everybody.
So why is it? And it doesn't seem. It seems like it's more of the media than it actually is the NBA.
It's the media,
of course,
that has something to say about this dude and what he does with his own kids.
Mm-hmm.
But this is becoming a trend in America. You know, they telling us we can't discipline our kids, but then you want to give them life as soon as they get 17. They telling this man that, oh, you can't make that statement while your son plays on. This is a grown man. He can make whatever damn statement he want to make. You don't have to pay it any attention.
Right.
How do you guys feel about that? Call us up,
248-429-7224.
Do you think LeVar Ball should be quiet and just let folks do what they want to do with his kids? Or do he have the right
to say what he wants
to say what he wants to say?
Speak up. Like you've been doing his whole natural born life.
Yeah.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom.
They never ran into a guy that said, you know what, boys, not only are we going to play at a high level and make money, we're going to start a brand. We're going to be a family, and we're going to build wealth for our family. What is wrong with that? The Kennedys did it.
Dude, the Kardashians did it.
The Bushes did it. the Kardashians done it. But when a black man
they
does
did it off a sex tape,
then he's just a big mouth.
Right.
He talks too much. Charles Barkley said he needs to know when to shut up.
He need to take his own advice. Was he looking in the mirror when he said that? Because he should have been.
Well, I don't know.
Because he told a bunch of grieving mothers that nothing was going wrong when their sons got killed. So, I mean, who should shut up more? Charles Barkley talking about people who got killed ain't being wronged, or LeVar Ball building his brand for his family?
Well, I know one thing.
I mean, just saying.
Charles Barkley, TNT need to tell Charles Barkley, listen, if you don't get a stylist, we're going to fire you.
Oh, Charles must got secrets on somebody, man.
Man,
Charles got a vault of secrets on somebody.
Man, listen, man. Charles was on TV the other night. It looked like he got a sponsorship from Walmart.
Yeah, why he don't wear custom suits?
Don't do Walmart like that.
Custom suit. He wearing the kind of suits that make you want to cuss.
I mean, he make enough money to wear custom suits.
Absolutely, he do.
I don't know why he don't wear custom suits.
Because he think that it make him look too black, I believe.
Everybody wear custom suits on TV.
He don't want to waste. Look, he don't want to waste money on his image when he can go waste money at the casino.
Oh, well, I guess you don't have to really be that sharp to coon, though. You know,
yeah, pretty much.
So, you asked the question to us. I'm gonna bring it up on the show. You said who was the mid-season NBA MVP? I want you to answer the questions that you asked, and I want to know where you think right now.
MVP of the NBA right now? I'm gonna have to go with
Eric Snow.
If he was playing. No, actually, it's kind of also because it's like two guys been playing like unconsciously. And I'm gonna have to go with, my boy, Brian, and then I'm gonna have to go with
LeBron,
my man from Milwaukee. Freak. I like him.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
But Steph been playing lights out too the last few games.
What about James Harden?
What about James Harden?
What do you think about his game play this year?
Man, he don't play no defense.
He just ain't gonna play on the other side of the
play no defense. If he played a little more defense, just a little, just act like he checking somebody. Just put your hands up in the air one time for me and can test somebody's shot. I would give him credit, but he don't do. Man, he come on defense.
What does this coach require of him? This league don't require you to play defense no more.
The league. If you want to be MVP, you want to be MVP.
30, averaging 31 and 9.
I mean,
they winning.
That's just a cop out though to say what do his coach require.
Listen, to be MVP.
Kobe played
MVP.
defense.
True.
Michael Jordan played defense.
To play you want to be MVP? You gotta play some defense.
It's either you a basketball player or
you're not. Basketball's always been both ends of the court. If you're a real baller.
And don't no pro athlete get on the floor and say, well, all they want is offense. That's all they get. It's not what a
if he play a little defense, I would go with him, man. Because he don't play.
I ain't saying my pick. I'm asking because he's the guy that a lot of folks talking about. That's why
they're trying to
talking about.
Because they think he got snubbed last year from Westbrook. But Westbrook, he was balling out.
He look after the freaking triple double. I mean,
he was balling out, and he got.
I don't even see how he comes up in the conversation.
I don't.
James Harden.
Yeah, I don't even see how
today they value for whatever reason, man. They value offense way more than the rest of the aspects of the game.
No, but they've always valued offense.
But I mean, way more now though.
No,
even back,
it's not anymore.
They always
they have always valued offense. But
fans know if you're a fan of sports, if you're a fan of basketball, you know for a fact that in order to be a great player, you have to play some defense.
Yeah.
So if you're a great player, you play some defense. LeBron is a great player because he plays defense. He plays defense. He'll do that help side.
He played good help side.
And then he'll play if you running down the court. If you running down the court,
he's not a good one-on-one defender.
If he's trailing you, he blocks shot. How's that? If I'm trailing you, I block a shot. That's not.
That ain't guarding him. You blocking them off the ball. That's off the ball block.
If you running and I'm running after you, or running
we don't have that argument. That dude is not a good one-on-one defender. He's not. Sorry. I apologize if you offended the guy. The truth of the matter is he's not. Sorry. He plays great team defense. I'll give him that. He plays great in the confines of the team.
When he runs a guy down and he blocks a guy's shot.
A lot of times he blocks shots off of guys he's not guarding.
Wait a minute.
That's called off the ball defense.
No,
you're not listening to
I am listening to you.
If he runs a guy down that he's not checking and he can get to that guy in time to block his shot, you don't think that that's one-on-one defense?
That's good. Help side defense.
No, that's just a term that you want to give it.
No, that's the truth.
That's called a block.
If I come off my man to block your man's ball, that's good help side defense.
Well,
he's great at playing team defense. I give him that. He's good at team defense. But he's not good at he can't face guard. He's not good at standing in front of his man and playing D on his guy and stopping his guy in the confines of the half-court offense.
What you're talking about is a bunch of words. What I'm talking about is basketball.
What I'm talking about is basketball. Is facts.
No, you're not. You just got a term that you really don't understand.
Not true.
So what if
you just like to say I don't understand? That doesn't mean I don't understand.
I'm going to prove it. I'm going to prove it right now. So let's say that a team is in a zone. Then what would you call it? If he ran a man down that had broke the zone down and was going for a layup and he blocked the shot.
They don't play a zone though, G. That's different. That's not the same. That's not. We talking one-on-one defense. Dude, we talking about the man guarding his guy. He ain't good at staying in front of his guy. He's not.
Okay.
Like Gary Payton would stay in front of his dude. He's not letting this guy by him. He can guard his man one-on-one. Paul George, great one-on-one defender. Even Westbrook is a great one-on-one defender. A lot of it is athleticism, but he is. LeBron James is not a great one-on-one defender.
So you saying that these three guys that you just named are the defender that LeBron James is? Is any one of those guys the defender?
LeBron James is not a great defender to me. That's what I'm telling you. He's not the defender that they are. That's what I'm saying. No, he's not the defender that they are. No.
So they're better one-on-one defenders.
They're better defensively than LeBron James is.
Interesting.
Paul George is much better than LeBron James defensively.
Paul
George is one of the best two-way players in the game.
How many times has Paul George been all defense?
Kawhi Leonard is one of the best.
How many times have he been all defense?
I don't know that. I can look it up.
You sure can?
I can. Kawhi Leonard has.
Look it up.
Kawhi Leonard is probably the best defender on the ball defender in the game.
You didn't.
I just said Kawhi Leonard. You was talking while I was talking.
He wasn't in your scenario.
Yeah, he was. I mentioned Kawhi Leonard.
Three guys,
and I kept going as you were talking. I kept going. It's more because there's more dudes that's better defenders than LeBron. I'm sorry, LeBron's not a great defender to me.
You said Russell, George, Kawhi.
No, he didn't say Kawhi.
I know he said Russell, He said Russell, George. Who else?
The third one was Kawhi Leonard. I said the two guys.
No, Kawhi Leonard was the fourth one.
Who was the third one? He said somebody before.
Yeah, he said he had a third one.
Somebody before he said
Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook.
I said Paul George.
Paul George.
Those guys are better on-ball defenders than LeBron is. And then later on, I said Kawhi Leonard. It was only three.
Okay, those three.
I brought up Gary Payton. That's what you're thinking about.
Oh, you said Gary Payton.
Yep, I brought up Gary Payton about standing. He don't play now, so he don't count. I'm just telling you about standing in front of your guy, playing that. That was using him as an example of guarding your man. That's what I'm saying. Sorry, it's true. It's true.
It's true.
I'm not a LeBron fan, but I disagree with you wholeheartedly.
You can. That's fine. That's fine.
I mean, I think you.
Now, if you'd have said Ben Wallace, if you'd have said Ben Wallace, I'd have went with
Ben Wallace wasn't no great on-the-ball defender.
What? Oh my God!
He was a great all-around defender. I give him that. He was. But Ben Wallace better on-the-ball defender than LeBron. Yeah, much better at his position because he couldn't guard him on the perimeter, of course. But yeah, he was good. I ain't calling him no. I ain't saying he wasn't good. You act like I'm saying he wasn't good. Yeah, he was a great defender.
I don't believe that there's a stat for on-the-ball defending.
But if you know basketball, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all can stop all that, man. All that nitpicking y'all doing right now. Let's just move on to the next subject,
I do know basketball.
Let's move on to the next subject,
And I don't believe that there's a stat for on-the-ball defending.
Let's move on to the next subject, man.
Oh God!
Let's move on to the next subject.
That's hilarious.
Y'all can try to pick that apart all y'all want.
No,
y'all pick that apart. I'm gonna move on to the next subject.
Pick what apart? I'm tripping.
Okay,
she said LeBron
not a great on-the-ball defender.
Not a great on-ball defender.
He's not.
So this dude probably run down more people in the NBA and block a shot than anybody
funny
else.
that you said run down. That's so funny to me.
Do y'all remember few years ago when LeBron shut the Pistons down defensively by himself? Do y'all remember that?
I remember he went in for 28 points in the fourth quarter and dogged them on the offensive side by himself. I remember that.
No, he actually shut the whole Pistons team down defensively.
No, I ain't see that. Even with them scrubs on the Pistons.
No, well, at this time they were a pretty good team.
With Drummond now? You said a few years ago. That's the team that was a good team was way back in 2006 was the last time this team was a good team.
LeBron been in the league 17 years.
It don't matter. The last time they was a good team was in 2006.
LeBron been in the league 17 years.
No, 17 years. Be quiet. Came in 2003. That ain't 17 years. 14. Get it right.
It's 2018.
It's the 2017-18 season. Stop it. This season did not start in 2018.
Well, why don't you got that thing in your hand? I want you to.
I'm good.
No,
we can move on.
No, you put this out here.
I'm good. I'm good with what y'all say. Y'all got it. Y'all know it. I don't know it.
But they have rankings defensively, right?
I know
they have defensive rankings, right?
Yep.
Where's Paul George at?
You all right?
You say he's gonna.
Y'all right. I said y'all right. I said let's move on. Y'all right.
You have to be right.
Y'all do
about right or wrong.
It's
about what does you normally give us stats? What does the stats say?
And
about
I always
Paul
tell y'all, I don't care about stats. Stats don't tell you the whole story. And even Paul George has made the obvious defensive team. Means nothing though. Well, that's not what we talk. I don't care about that. Let's move on.
Has LeBron made it each and every year of his career?
No.
Has he made the last 5 years?
For sure. I don't know. That I don't know. I know he hasn't made it each and every year of his career. No, sir.
Well, if he hasn't made, it's been 14 years, right? I guarantee you, he's made it 10 of those 14 years.
Okay. They give LeBron a lot of stuff he don't deserve.
They're gonna give him defensive player.
Why not? They gave him MVP a couple times when he shouldn't have gotten it. Somebody else should have.
Like who?
I'm just saying. We can go back and look that up, but again, that'll take too long.
We know who got the MVP and shit like that.
It don't matter.
We already know
a few folks. Like when Steve Nash got it to 2 times that he got it, he shouldn't have got it.
Yeah,
One of them times should have been AI.
And the Golden State champion Golden Boy. Yeah, because we looked at the stats. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we know who gets stuff.
I know you get all up in arms about your boy. It's fine. Everybody what you want. LeBron can do everything.
Well, you know he ain't my boy.
LeBron can do everything. You're right.
It ain't nobody he can do everything.
He's the greatest dribbler.
Actually,
ever.
I believe. Actually, just my humble opinion. I think he's a better defender than he's actually given credit for. I think he's a better defender.
And he is.
I think he's a much better defender than Michael Jordan was. I think he's head and shoulders over Michael Jordan as a defender.
We can move on to the next topic. What's next?
What's next, Brandon?
What's next on the docket?
Shit, you brought that up.
NBA? We still in the NBA? You still want to talk? You want to talk about the OKC and what they've been doing when they clicking on all cylinders?
Well, I remember I said it when them guys got together. I said, "Hey, man, they're gonna be a good team." But some people said, "Oh, no,
it's gonna take a while to gel.
It's gonna take a while to gel."
Have you seen what they do when they're not clicking on all cylinders?
They've
been playing up and down to their competition.
I still say that they don't know how to play together.
They've been playing up and down to their competition.
Listen.
If they play a sorry team, they play sorry. They play a good team, they play up to their level a lot of nights. But when they are clicking, though, the nights when they have clicked, they really have clicked.
I still don't believe that they found themselves as a team.
And they probably would never do that.
I think they're improving, though. I think when Carmelo he said, I'm going to take the role as the spot-up shooter. That's been working out for him. He's been playing much more effective in their offense.
And this is all they got to realize when you get a team. What's my role on the team? Once Carmelo accepted his role, I don't need to shoot the ball for one quarter.
So what do you think that they're going to finish up at?
Well, that's hard. You know, out west shit, you got to win 60-something games. Okay, we know how you do out west. Mm-hmm. Everybody win. You win 65, 62, 60, you might be an 8 seed. So you got to win 55, 58 games to be an 8 seed. We all know that.
I think they'll make the playoffs.
So do you guys actually see anybody beating the Warriors?
I see the Warriors having a tough time. This is going to be their toughest year to get to the finals.
Why you say that?
Because there's more players out west. No point guards are injured, and now they're going to have to play. But it depends on, because they still got they got my guy, and I like KD. He can't be stopped. So he's the freak of nature because he's a point guard.
But they really only got two teams that's gonna rival them though. That's the Spurs and the Rockets.
Man, the Rockets can't play D. They got Oklahoma Thunder will give them a run.
I don't think so, man.
I'm telling you, playoffs is different, man. You not understand.
They too iffy right now. I think they too spotty.
You think in a 7-game series they could give them a run?
Too spotty. They too spotty, man.
They give them a run in 7 games.
They remind me of Lindsey Hunter right now. Lindsey Hunter come out and score 31 on you, and then the next night score 2.
The reason I can say that, because Westbrook don't get tired. He gonna go the whole 7 series.
Yeah,
right.
The thing of it is that the Warriors got stuff to keep sending at you.
Yeah, you can't win 1 versus 7.
But he got help now.
But the thing about it is that, okay, what I'm saying is they've been so inconsistent in how they played.
Man, I don't care about inconsistency during the season.
I do.
Playoffs.
Because it's their first year together. We can go back to that Heat team that was supposed to be the dog that first year. They went to the finals, but they lost because they weren't who they were ultimately became yet. They weren't that team. They should have won that championship series. They have more talent.
Did either you guys check out the Cleveland Cavaliers against them boys?
Ooh. When they played the Golden State Warriors?
Who are we talking about? Yeah.
Which game?
Christmas. Yeah, smack.
No, I didn't watch the Christmas game.
You should have.
I didn't watch the Christmas game.
I just think that team, man, is just head and shoulders from a personnel standpoint. I think they just head and shoulders over everybody.
And chemistry, they got the chemistry, man.
It's like they don't get rattled. They just do what they do.
And the funny thing about them is they really are a pick your poison type of team. Because one night KD will go off and go out for 45 and kill you. But then the next night, Steph will have a quiet 30. You don't even know he shot the ball that many times. He got 30. Draymond got 20 with 15 rebounds and 7 assists. I mean, them dudes can kill you with so many different ways, and that's not even bringing up Klay Thompson.
And then the second unit,
beast.
I mean, I just don't see nobody as well-rounded as they are.
They got like 3 starters coming off the bench. There'll be starters on other teams.
Yeah, I don't. It's hard to even get excited about the finals coming up, and to me, because I just don't see nobody that can run with them.
Now, like honestly, I don't think they'll get there. But a fun series to watch will be the Warriors and the Raptors because of the fact that the Raptors, the way they play, their youth, and the run and gun style of basketball that they play with them.
The Toronto Raptors.
Yeah, them guards can ball, man. That team playing really well right now. After I've been watching them.
How they gonna get out of the East?
That's the thing. I'm saying I don't think it'll happen, but it'll be a fun series to watch.
It's not happening.
Boston is really good, but I think them dudes got too many young guys right now to say they're gonna make a championship push. I don't know. I don't really put it on rooks and second year dudes to take the league by storm like that. It's a different league now.
I'm gonna say this again.
So you would take Cleveland to beat Boston in the playoffs?
I think Boston could get past Cleveland. I just don't think they can contend with Golden State. What we're talking about, I don't think they can contend with Golden State. I think they will win one game.
But you would take Boston over Cleveland?
Yeah, because I think Cleveland is a mess right now.
I would too. I
think Cleveland's a mess. They don't even know if their coach gonna still be the coach by the time the playoffs start.
Tyronn Lue?
Yeah, you never LeBron before this year. LeBron been riding with Tyronn Lue and backing him up. This last time they asked him questions about what he think is going on with the coaching staff, he was like, "I don't know, man." That to me, I read into some of that kind of stuff. I think it might be something going on in Cleveland that they're not letting us in on.
But here's the thing: if you get rid of Tyronn Lue after he pretty much took you to 2 finals. 3. If you get rid of him,
and he won one.
Yeah. Who do you bring in?
True, I understand that, but I'm just saying that
it seemed like he would pretty much have the franchise backs against the wall.
Yeah, it just seemed like that team is in turmoil right now, man. They don't seem like it's like
LeBron.
I don't LeBron normally ride with that guy.
I don't think it's from a coach. I think that they don't. I think that they're having, just looking at them over the last 3 games, it looks like that they don't know how to play with Isaiah Thomas.
That's all it is.
That's what it looks like to me, because they're not used to someone taking that long to create a shot for himself.
They're not used to that.
Not only him, but Kevin Love has found his way to being a kind of an outsider when it comes to what they're doing as a team as well. And there was another NBA guy talking. I think it was Roger Bell. He's on somebody's staff now. I forgot who he in the front office for now. They was interviewing him and asking his thoughts on that whole Cleveland situation. And even Roger Bell was saying it seems like Kevin Love and he took it. He said it almost seems like he don't know where he fit in anymore, basically, is what he was trying to get at.
Really?
Even Kevin Love. Yeah, both of them. Kevin Love and Isaiah Thomas both.
Kevin Love don't know he fit
looking
in
like outliers with
Kevin
that
Love
team, with that particular roster.
The dude who come out and shoot 3-pointers don't know where he fit in.
That's all I'm saying.
Are you kidding me? The dude been playing with LeBron for 3 years and he don't know where he fit in.
But he been playing with LeBron, but those guys, that's what you're missing. It's a whole new team, man. It's a whole new team.
It's a whole new team.
Tristan Thompson just got put back in the lineup because he was getting started. Crowder was starting over him.
Okay, he got put back in the lineup because who hurt?
No, it wasn't because he hurt. Okay, because Tyronn Lue said I'm gonna shake up the lineup, and he put Tristan Thompson back in over what's the boy I just said his name with the dreads?
Crowder. Yeah, Crowder shouldn't been started. He don't do nothing.
That was the shake up.
You don't do nothing.
I'm just saying that's what I'm talking about. All these different things, man. All these guys looking like they frustrated on the floor together. They just don't look like that team.
Well, anytime you bring in 2 guys that don't know the system,
they got a lot of guys that don't know the system.
You started Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade went to the bench. J.R. Smith should have never went to the bench. He should have kept his position because he was fine with that rotation. Because LeBron, and if you've been watching Cleveland, LeBron, the only other guy he let bring up the ball is fucking J.R. Smith. The only other guy he get the ball to. He'll let J.R. Smith bring it up because he can go run around and then J.R. Smith get back to him.
Well, just from watching them over, like I said, over the past 3, it's like they're standing around waiting to see what Isaiah Thomas is going to do.
Because they never did that before. Like, they always had either LeBron got the ball or J.R. Smith got the ball in their hands dribbling, and they do a play. Well, when Isaiah's, see, all you really got to do with Isaiah, because he's not in basketball shape, he's notorious for the pick and roll. So if they're not, that's his play. His play is pick and roll. Because you pick and roll, he left-handed, he roll that pick and roll, he either drive to the basket or shoot his shot.
I can see them losing to the Celtics. That's all I'm saying.
And they don't
playing a more complete game right now.
They don't run that offense for him. He's trying to dribble, then he ain't in basketball shape. But his play is pick and roll. If you watch how he played, all his plays was created from pick and roll because he's quicker than the guy who's checking him. So he get around the road, then he get to the basket, he lay it up, or he dish it off. That's what he was doing.
Well, before we move on, I just want to get last thoughts on this. Blake Griffin, a good move or not a good move? Like,
not a good move.
Not a good move. Too much. Gave up too much.
I think not a good move also.
Not a good move.
Like I said, to me, the only thing they can do to change it is bring up some help. If they can find a way to get rid of Reggie's contract and
no, well, if you listen to Stan Van Gundy yesterday, they're not interested in getting rid of Reggie's contract.
They're not interested in getting rid of contract.
He
liked Reggie. So
what he said is that once we get Reggie back,
we're gonna be better.
We're gonna be better.
See, we're terrible move then.
And then who's going to pay that money to get Reggie?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Terrible move then.
Nobody.
Terrible move.
Here's the thing.
But the Clippers probably thought nobody was gonna take on that ginormous contract from Blake. It's always a step a desperate team out there.
They knew. They
know somebody's gonna take.
They knew.
According to his number, somebody was gonna take him.
They
didn't probably think they would get 2 draft pick for him and 3 players. I know they didn't think that.
No, we got 2 other players with him. Just don't nobody know.
Listen, okay. They didn't think they would get 3 caliber players and 2 draft picks for him and let them other guys go. Yeah. They didn't think that would happen.
Yeah, I don't think Boban gonna play much for the Clippers though. They really, like you said, 2 players. They really got 2 players in response. It's the draft picks I don't like. You get your first for next year up.
In boxing news, guys, Deontay Wilder has gone on the record as saying that he believed that if Mike Tyson had been fighting during his era, he would have knocked Mike Tyson.
Oh my Lord. He didn't say that, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that nigga, this is crazy.
All right. He got one thing that was Mike Tyson's kryptonite. And that
jab.
is a stiff jab.
Okay, and one thing. Okay.
But let me tell you what the king of the stiff jab said to him.
Which is tell me who the king is.
Lennox Lewis.
What Lennox Lewis say to him?
Lennox Lewis said that you have never seen anything like Mike Tyson.
Oh no, he's not. True. And that's a true statement.
And you don't understand the ferociousness that Mike Tyson brought into the ring with him. That's what Lennox Lewis said. And Lennox Lewis has been like an advisor to Dante. But
and Lennox Lewis was one of the greatest we've seen do it, right? Arguably one of the greatest. Put him in the top 15 of heavyweights. Probably put him up there. But Lennox Lewis was one of the most calm and collected dudes when he was in that ring too. So Mike's ferociousness and movement didn't sway Lennox's game plan at all.
Well,
Lennox was able to keep him at bay.
The thing of that was that Lennox ducked Mike for a long time, and he fought a declining Mike Tyson. Not taking anything away from Lennox now, because Lennox had the size, he had the athleticism. And he had the hand speed.
Now, let me ask you this, though, because I saw interviews where Don King said he was keeping Mike from Lennox in those early years because he knew about the sparring they did as teenagers, and Lennox Lewis basically beating Mike Tyson up in sparring.
Well, I mean, teenagers is one thing.
True.
Sparring is one thing.
But I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Don King was saying when he became professional, he was keeping him from Lennox.
Yeah, but you got
for a time.
But see, here's the thing: when Mike was in his roughest time, Don King had nothing to do with Mike.
When he came back from the sentence and all that, and he restarted his career.
Exactly. Before that, when he was with Customato and those guys, that's when Mike Tyson was a beast.
Yeah, that's when Mike Tyson was a beast. And that's
but at that time when he was with Customato, he had Don King as his promoter, though, right?
No.
And that's when
early on when he won the championship as a 20-year-old.
No.
They had full control of that boy.
Don King signed Mike Tyson while he was in jail.
Yep, and he came out.
And when he came out,
because my man died.
Yeah.
Also, you saying if he'd have caught him early on from 20 to 25 in that range,
Mike would have killed him
before he got in there with
Don King.
No,
Mike would have killed him
before he got in the ring with with Buster Douglas. And between that time, is what I'm saying.
and then you have to remember that Lennox Lewis was from the UK.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't fight a lot of fights in the United States.
True.
At that time.
He wasn't.
Not until he got a belt.
Yeah. But I thought that was interesting boxing news that he would say something like that.
So
you know, March 3rd, Wilder finally fighting Ortiz. So it gave Ortiz, the other undefeated heavyweight, the southpaw with the belt out there. I can't remember which belt he got. Hold on, I'll look it up.
I'm gonna say something.
The WBO or something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something. Wilder, Mike would have killed him.
Yeah.
Mike would have killed him. If he had fought the young Mike Tyson that was taking 3 heavyweight fights every year, he would have killed that boy.
Mike was fighting 4 and 5 times.
He would have killed him, and I'm gonna tell you why. Wilder ain't got no movement.
Well, see, and a lot of people don't understand the head movement that Mike Tyson.
He would have never hit him with that jab because it ain't that fast.
Yeah, a lot of I think people looked at, his career declined so bad towards the end, because of drugs and outside of the ring antics and all of that stuff. But they don't know, man, when that guy was at the top of his game, that guy was hard to hit.
True. I guess I was looking at it from, you look at a couple of his early on fights that he did end up knocking the dude out in late rounds, like Quick Tillis. Quick Tillis, if that would have went to the scorecards, he wins that fight. Yeah, but he's jabbing the dog out of Mike the whole fight.
But see, here's the thing. When you know how to tuck that chin away and you know how to move that head, it's the game changes. The average boxing fan doesn't understand that. The reason that Floyd's career was like it was is because he could put that chin behind that shoulder. People think that it was just the shoulder roll that got him there, and it's not. It's the fact of the size of his shoulder, and when he tucks his chin away behind it, it's almost impossible to catch him clean.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the average boxing fan doesn't understand about boxing. Some guys are built for the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Tyson's shoulder blades, humongous. And Customano showed him how to duck that chin inside that shoulder. And when you can't catch that chin, man, and you catching a guy in the top of his head, a lot of times, man, that don't mean nothing. Top of the head, man, is like cement.
Yeah, as long as you ain't catching that, you ain't catching the temple or the chin, you ain't causing no damage.
Yeah,
really. You scoring points. Is what you're doing.
Then your boy Wilder, I like him.
I like him too.
He's grown a lot though as a fighter, right?
He
ain't wild like he was.
He never been hitting the body as hard as Mike Tyson hit.
Well, see, and that's another thing. See, we haven't.
That's a good point.
He's been so dominant offensively.
We don't know if he can take a punch.
We don't know what he can take to the body.
We don't know what he can take.
And I like him. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I call him the modern day Jack Johnson.
Yeah, because that's what he remind me of.
Yeah, but we still don't know what a body shot is going to do to him. And I think we all knew that Joshua could do what he did to what's that Russian? Klitschko. Because we had been seeing him decline.
Mm-hmm.
We had seen him decline. He was declining before our eyes. But I still want to see if Dante can take it like he give it.
And Ortiz is a pretty hard puncher. I don't know if he's one of those who commit to the body like that, but he has a nice knockout ratio. And he had the WBA. He was stripped when they last fight fell through because he was doing drugs.
No defense though.
Yeah, so
he's gonna get knocked out.
Pretty much.
No defense.
Well, I want to see it. Just see my man put another notch on the belt so he can get to this Anthony Joshua fight and take his belts.
In other boxing news, Money May.
I was wondering where he's gonna get to that.
Money May stepped into the octagon 2 days ago and taunted Conor McGregor. What do you guys think about that? Now, is this Floyd trying to steal some more money,
This Floyd trying to steal some more money.
or is he just messing with it?
Man,
I don't believe he would get in that octagon.
I don't either.
I don't think he gonna get in the octagon.
No,
I just think he just messing with my man. He messing with him. He messing with him.
no, he can't. No, he not. He better not do that.
He's
Well, he figured. Well, what the pound? 3 minutes. I mean, you know.
And
no, those are 5-minute rounds.
They 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Now he better not do
And
that.
if it's it's normally 3 rounds, 5 minutes each. But if it's a championship fight, it's 5 rounds, 5 minutes each.
But you know, here's what I'm thinking. Just devil's advocate. Floyd, no, he carried him in the fight. He straight up just carried him. So Floyd's thinking might be, if I just go in here and get straight down to business and don't let him grab me, I'm gonna knock him out. Could that be his thinking?
Or he dipping his toe in the pool to see what the people say, to see
He's
how much
dipping
money
the
they can
food,
make.
See how much money they can make. That's what he'd do. I wouldn't be mad at it.
Or I think he's doing what I said he was gonna do all along. That was his gateway to get into MMA and expand his promotional brand.
Do you guys think that he could make $500 million
In MMA,
for
one
one fight in the MMA?
Yeah.
they'd have to do it in a large arena, and
Yeah.
it
Pay-per-view.
The arena wouldn't really
The
come into
pay-per-view.
play.
The pay-per-view, yeah. Because he getting in that octagon, everybody think what's
Yeah.
gonna kill his ass.
And
Kill him.
they're probably selling for $100.
And they're selling for $100.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he'll make $500 million. Easy.
Just like he's just on the pay-per-view.
Just on the pay-per-view, not even tickets up. Pay-per-view. Because most people gonna pay to see that.
The purse won't be that big. It'll be the pay-per-view gate. The
pay-per-view
gate is
gate.
what I pay them the money.
Yeah. So he can do it.
Dude, and then North Florida, he gonna send his boy with a bag to the
Interesting.
to the betting table.
I tell you this, Floyd is probably testing the waters to
see what's up. I ain't even mad at
see
it.
what kind of response he gets back.
And he
Would it count if he did it and lost? Would it count against his boxing record?
Not at all.
That's
It's
MMA.
not a boxing.
It's not a
match.
boxing match.
Or do you think this is a ploy for them both to say, hey man, let's do an exhibition MMA match. I ain't gonna hurt you, Floyd. I ain't gonna let you hurt me. We're gonna make this money.
No, because see, in order to get the MMA fans up, it would have to be a
Title fight.
a sanctioned
True.
MMA fight.
I got it, but that don't mean that they ain't behind the scenes. They ain't say, hey, look, I ain't gonna hurt you. You don't hurt me. Let's do it.
Now the ego's too big for that.
I don't.
You think so?
Ego's too big for that.
Well, and you know, not even just the egos. I mean, you're talking about Floyd humiliated him in the boxing ring. He made $300 million upwards for that. So Floyd knows that he can tap out. He knows that he has that option, but he won't have to tap out unless he takes him down. Well, how many people has McGregor taken down and got him to tap out?
He got a few. He got a few tap outs.
Yes, and you're right, a few.
I'm gonna look it up.
Most of his
quick.
fights are
Knock him
standing up.
And he can kick you. That's the thing. Floyd can't kick.
Well, but guess what? You still have to be able to kick or hit what's in front of you.
Now, if he can work out one of the movement, his feet when he kicking, he should be okay. I think it'll be good. And he don't got to go to 5 because he might can sneak a couple in there.
Well, Floyd, you getting what you want. We talking about it.
He might can sneak a couple
But
in there.
I believe for $500 million, Floyd would do it.
Listen, because I'm not gonna even be untruthful.
18 of his 21 wins were by stand-up knockout.
So
three takedowns.
So he gonna stand up.
Because usually when he goes to the floor, he loses.
Yeah, so he stand up.
He taps out.
Yeah, it's 2 of his losses were by tap out, right? He got 3 losses. He's 21-3.
So I
21 wins, 3 defeats.
So I figure they can do it probably sometime next year. Get a little feel for it. Set it up for next year. Hey, people about $100. Floyd start training. You know, Floyd can promote himself. You know, Floyd start training.
Oh, I think that dude can sell water to a doggone fish in the ocean. That's already in the ocean.
So you know, it sounds like a plan.
Wow.
Hey, and I ain't gonna even tell no story up in here. I'll pay $100 to see it.
We'll go in on that together.
Adrian the Problem Broner.
What he done did?
What
now?
he done did now?
Well, he ain't did nothing recently with his dumb self. But he is
he his worst problem.
he's trying to taunt Amir Khan
For what?
into a fight.
Why?
Why you want to do that?
He says, quote, "I'll fuck you up, Amir." Now you know Amir is
Amir trying to fight somebody else.
he's a solid 147 pounder.
Mm-hmm.
And each time that Adrian has tried to go to 147, he done got his ass whooped.
Every time. So he going up, and he gonna want him to come down.
Amir Khan got a fight with some dude I ain't never heard of, Phil Lo Greco.
Yeah, that fight is signed. Yeah,
And he threw.
that's in the UK, right?
They throwing water at each other. I mean, well, he threw water at Phil because he was making personal jabs at him at the press conference. He threw a water bottle at him, man. You know how mad you got to be to make a dude throw a water bottle at you? When
This
y'all promoting
dude-
the fight.
I don't know, man. This young man is making all this money, man. He just had a show with one of his fighters who won the other night, Adrian Broner, that I'm speaking about.
Mhm.
And it just seems like this guy's getting worse with time, man. He's not. It's like he's not growing up.
I thought he said he was moving to grow up. That didn't work out for
Mm.
him. Did he move?
Yeah, I think he bought a house in Miami and got out of Cincinnati. But this guy, man, it just seems like he's just digressing, man. It's like,
And he has so much potential.
It's a maturity, though. I mean, just because you got a certain level of age and
Listen, he got the
experience in
kids.
life, they don't always come with
yeah,
maturity.
he has I think he has 4 children.
Yeah,
Oh.
I know a bunch of dummies with kids.
But he just, I mean, man, Mikey Garcia beat that ass, and he
He
been,
might got
Hey,
CTC.
we said that it was gonna happen, though, didn't we? On this
Oh, yeah.
show,
man. Listen, I don't know why these folks keep sleeping on Mikey Garcia.
Mikey Garcia a beast.
Mikey Garcia just told Adrian Earl Spence the other night, "We can do it."
Mm.
Is
Did y'all see what Errol Spence just did in his last fight?
yeah, but you know, Earl is a dog. Don't get me wrong. Hats off to Earl Spence. Congratulations on your win. But
World
he,
champion.
he fought a depleted fighter, and I don't put much into that fight.
And it was no risk of taking a hard shot in that fight either. Lamont Peterson has never been what you call a heavy puncher. He's a volume puncher.
You know, I do like Earl Spence, but I think defensively he has some big flaws.
Would you like to see the Thurman Spence fight if they can make it happen?
Yeah, I would like to see it, but I don't think much of Keith Thurman. I never have.
Okay. Just a hard punch. Just one hard punch is all he got.
Well, Spencer beat just the same way that he beat Cal Brook up.
Mm-hmm.
He'll beat
Keith Thurman up like wow.
He'll beat him up like that too.
You think Terrence Crawford and Mikey Garcia would be a good fight?
That would probably be the fight of the century.
Really?
Yes.
Dude, they both really good. Like
yeah.
Really. And Terrence Crawford can fight lefty or righty too.
Well, see, that's the edge that I would give Terrence Crawford. That he can go lefty. And he can do it. He can do it
and knock you out with either one.
He could do it mid punch.
Yeah. Wow. real talk, dog.
Oh, he's sick with
his footwork is so cold. Terrence Crawford a beast, man.
I think that Mikey would probably hurt him, but Terrence will adjust and probably go softpaw on him and stop him.
Oh, I get it.
See, I think he could take him the distance and win. I don't know if Mikey just can take a punch to me.
That, you know what, man?
That'd be a fight to see.
That's a fight. That is they keep talking about the fight to see is Errol Spence and Keith Thurman. But
just because the offensive fireworks, they know somebody gonna go down in that fight.
Okay.
Man.
Or they think somebody gonna go down in that fight.
That Mikey Garcia and Terrence Crawford, man,
that would be nice.
That's a big fight right there.
I wish that would happen. I don't know if they talking or what, but if y'all listening, Garcia, you need to tell your brother Roberto to go ahead call up Terrence Crawford's folks over there in Omaha, y'all need to make this happen, even if you're fighting Nebraska.
Well, see, but Terrence Crawford is a Bob Arum fighter. And Bob Arum is, that's pretty much the only cash cow he got left over there.
That'll be a big money fight for him, though. That'll
Yeah.
make a lot of money.
It might be a career-ending fight, too.
So he's done. He don't want to mess with that cash cow. Huh?
Man, because the boy can make a lot of money before he takes on a fight like that. He stands to make a lot of money.
Well, let him go and make that money and fight a year later.
Yeah.
These fighters not fight once a year anyway.
Mikey Garcia, man, is telling he 135, 140, 147, 154.
54, he might be able to go. Yeah.
He telling them all, bring it.
Oh wow.
He telling them all, bring it.
Yeah, we're gonna do some more boxing talk next week. I wanna I know before we go, man, we want to talk about this. We got a little time left. What do y'all think about the Lions' potential head coach hire? And first of all, what do you think about the firing of Jim Caldwell and the guy they have replacing them being the Patriots defensive coordinator, Matt Patricia, coming in?
Well, I think that the firing was warranted. The only reason that I don't understand it happening, though, is because they've never been a winner. He did have the team being competitive.
And
who are you going to replace him with?
Right. He had the highest winning percentage since 1956 of any coach in Lions history.
A lot of people want to say it's a racial thing, because they don't want any black coaches in the NFL. I don't know if I'm leaning to that as much as did it make sense to fire him?
What you think, Ike?
No, I don't think it made sense to fire him because if you look at their quarterback, that's the guy that made. If you think about Stafford's stats for the last 4 years,
he's been better.
He's been better,
more efficient
under this guy to the point where you gave him the bank. So it would seem to be you were giving a couple more the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Just because you didn't make the playoffs.
Do you think it was the in-game decisions where a couple of times they can tie a loss right back to a decision he made towards the end of the game that did it for this season, where a team with all the injuries and the things that fell in front of them to win this division didn't happen?
Listen, they was not going to win the division this year.
I think that grandson went and told his grandmama, because it's just his play toy. The team is just his, just like our kids got Madden. Well, this little boy, he got a professional football team.
Pretty much.
And I think he just went to his grandmother and told him, listen, he got to go. I don't think that they had any rhyme or reason to say, okay, well, he made a bad call in the fourth quarter. I just don't believe it's that. I just think that they don't know what to do because they're not committed to winning.
They're not. And they not. And this guy here, I'm gonna tell you
right now, Matt Patricia. Well, he got ties to the general manager, and the general manager. Well, normally, when you hire a general manager, and you know this to be true as well, G. When you bring in a new GM, you normally let him bring his own coach. But in this instance, when you hired him, the owner said, "Hey, we want to keep the coach we got now. Do you still want to take the job?" And he still took the job. He didn't get to bring his guy.
Listen, he would have brought his guy last year, but they made the playoffs. If they made the playoffs this year, he would have kept Caldwell again.
If they'd have won a playoff game.
No, even
they
if
would have had to win one. It's been too long.
If he made the playoffs, they would have kept.
I think it would have.
Because you can't justify firing a dude that make the playoffs 2 years in a row. You couldn't have justified that.
I mean, I remember the Chiefs fired a coach that went 14-2.
Here's the thing: when you have a team, and we've been down there to the games, we season ticket holders, and you see the receivers drop the ball constantly on third down,
on key downs.
On third down,
we'll say key downs.
We'll say third downs. You will never beat nobody when your receivers drop the ball that's perfectly thrown to them, and it hit them in the hands, and they drop it. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you're doing. You're not going to beat anybody.
The argument in this town used to be, why won't they get a quarterback?
Now we got a quarterback, and we ain't got nothing else. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
We got a quarterback. We got nothing else. We ain't got no Pro Bowl lineman. We ain't got no Pro Bowl running back.
We got Pro Bowl lineman. It was one.
We need two.
We need one can't do it. Yeah.
Okay, we got no running game.
None.
You're not gonna win. You're not gonna win if you can't run the ball in the NFL.
So shouldn't that be shouldered by the GM, the guy that's bringing in the talent?
Oh, not. Oh, thank you. Yes.
Yeah, but you also have to give him a checkbook to work with.
Checkbook to work with. So you open the bank to him, he ain't gonna pay dude, so you get rid of dude. Here's the thing: you got a defense coordinator coming. Defense gonna suck.
As the head coach.
Defense gonna suck.
You think so?
Defense gonna suck.
You don't like Matt Patricia?
Listen, what you doing over there at them Patriots, you can't implement that over here in the Lions team. You're not gonna be able to implement that. You're not, because those are different kind of schemes, and you got different.
That's what I'm saying. You bring your scheme with you. They bring it. We got roster turnover. About half the roster getting turned over again, like every year, because all the free agents.
And here's the thing: you turn over the roster, that means it's a brand new team.
Right. So why couldn't you bring in a new scheme with a brand new team on the defensive side? You got your cornerstones on defense there. If you can sign Ziggy back, you already got.
He's not coming back. He's gone.
You got arguably the best cornerback in the league on your team.
Yep.
And Darius Slay.
And you ain't gonna let him cover man.
You got a top 3 safety.
And you ain't gonna let him cover man.
And Glover Queen. Oh, he covers. He play man coverage.
Okay.
What you mean?
The
Patriots play man coverage. They don't play exclusively zone.
Yeah,
you watch your team, G. Don't your team play more than just zone? They play more than just zone, man.
You heard it here first.
And other news,
will suck at defense.
Stop it. In other news, Alex Smith has been traded from the Chiefs to Washington.
Wow.
And they have signed him to a 4-year extension, $91,074,000 guaranteed. So
Alex Smith.
So Kirk Cousins,
my boy,
is out.
Oh yeah, he gonna go to
Broncos probably, or the Browns.
Well, listen, we do this every Wednesday, you guys, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Sports Talk Uncut with Ike and Brandon. B. Striller is somewhere working on the railroad tracks or something. But if you enjoy the show, go to our website at www.ventradio.net. Click the donation button and make a little donation so we can keep this show rolling.
$1.
If you want to advertise on the show, hit us up. Call us up at 218-506-8368, and you can advertise your business or your service right on the show, and we'll be pleased to do it for you. You have been listening to Sports Talk Uncut with Ike and Brandon, minus B. Striller. And we'll see you next week.
Heck of a math problem. Now, we wanted to keep it light this week, G. But next week, we got to get into this MSU scandal. We got to talk about it.
Absolutely.
Which scandal?
Which scandal?
The little nasty man.
Yeah, the athletic trainer. Doctor,
20 years. Ain't nobody know nothing.
Yeah.
20 years, ain't nobody know nothing.
We're going to dig into that.
I didn't think that we was going to cover that, but I think that we probably should, because, there's a lot of sides to that story.
Yeah.
You got a guy that's molesting young girls for 20 years and getting away with it. You have a guy that was molesting young girls, some of them in front of their parents, and getting away with it, which I find unbelievable.
Horrendous.
You have a supposed institution of higher learning who was employing this guy, and he got away with it. This guy worked for the U.S. Olympic team, and he was getting away with it. My question is, was he really trying to get away with it? We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Peace.